All right, get ready for this one because today we're taking a deep dive into a story that's going to make you rethink online gaming.
Yeah,
We're talking about Roblox,
right.
a platform with millions of kids playing every single day.
Hmm.
But behind all the colorful avatars and virtual worlds, there's a darker side:
Absolutely.
unlicensed casinos operating within Roblox.
Yeah.
And they're targeting young users, some even as young as 12.
It really is shocking when you think about how massive Roblox is.
Yeah.
80 million daily active users, so this
Wow.
is a big problem.
Okay, so how are these casinos even working within Roblox?
What?
Are kids literally like walking into virtual buildings and playing slots?
It's surprisingly sophisticated.
Okay.
These casinos are using Roblox's own in-game currency, Robux, for gambling.
Oh, okay.
Kids can bet on games like slots and blackjacks, and then any winnings can be cashed out as cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency, so real money then.
Yeah, and from there, it's really easy to convert that into, real-world money.
So we're talking about actual gambling here, not just some kid's game,
This is illegal gambling.
right?
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
And it's targeted at children who are legally not allowed to gamble.
Right,
The potential consequences are huge, especially when you consider how addictive gambling can be,
right.
and the fact that kids might not fully grasp the financial risks.
And this investigation uncovered a real case, a teenager in the US, let's call him Robert, who started gambling on these Roblox casinos when he was just 14.
Right.
Robert ended up betting the equivalent of 150,000 pounds in Robux.
Wow.
He had no idea he was even committing a crime.
Robert's story is a perfect illustration of how these casinos are preying on young people.
Yeah.
The anonymity of the online world, the ease of access, the allure of easy money.
Right.
It's a recipe for exploitation.
This investigation named 3 of the biggest Robux casinos operating within Roblox: Blox Flip, Blox Moon, and RBLX Wild.
Yeah.
These sites were drawing in a combined 2.8 million visitors every month, with millions of pounds in bets being placed.
Wow, that's a lot.
Those are some staggering numbers.
Yeah. The UK Gambling Commission took notice and launched a full-blown inquiry into these sites. They've actually blocked access to these casinos from within the UK.
Okay.
It's a positive step, but it also highlights how widespread this problem has become.
Investigators actually obtained leaked data from Bloxmoon, and the numbers are pretty shocking.
Yeah.
Since late 2022, users have lost a staggering $11.4 million on that site alone.
Wow.
We're talking about a casino generating over $10,000 in revenue every single day.
And remember, Bloxmoon is just one example.
Right.
There are other casinos, like Bloxflip with its 2.7 million monthly visitors,
Yeah.
that could be making even more money.
Right.
This is a serious multi-million-dollar operation that's flying under the radar,
Yeah.
hidden within a platform that's marketed to kids.
What happened to Bloxflip? Are they still operating?
Interestingly, Bloxflip shut down abruptly after being contacted by investigators and Roblox's legal team.
Okay.
They issued a statement, and it's quite telling.
So what did they say?
They essentially admitted to luring minors and fostering addiction,
Oh.
but framed it as being forced to shut down.
Really?
It's a pretty cynical response,
Huh.
to be honest.
So what's Roblox's response to all of this? Are they just turning a blind eye to what's happening on their platform?
Roblox has issued a statement denying any endorsement or authorization of these casinos.
Okay.
They claim to be actively combating this activity, but it's an uphill battle.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Policing a platform as massive as Roblox,
Yeah.
with millions of users creating and interacting in a dynamic online world,
It's about,
has to be incredibly challenging.
yeah.
But how effective can they really be at stopping this?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And one that leads us to the heart of this whole dilemma.
Okay.
How do we effectively protect children in online spaces like this
Right.
without stifling creativity and innovation?
Yeah.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
It feels like we're dealing with a whole new level of complexity when it comes to online safety. Roblox wants to encourage creativity and freedom for its developers.
Right.
But then you have these bad actors exploiting that freedom to create these elaborate gambling schemes.
It's a classic case of the challenges of regulating online spaces.
Yeah.
We want to foster innovation and open platforms,
Right.
but at the same time, we need to protect vulnerable users,
Right.
especially children.
Yeah.
Finding
Yeah.
that balance is incredibly difficult.
And it's not just Roblox we need to consider here.
Right.
What about the web hosting providers?
Yeah.
They're the ones providing the infrastructure for these casinos to exist in the first place.
That's an often overlooked but crucial aspect of this whole issue.
Yeah.
These hosting companies have a responsibility to take action when they become aware of illegal activities happening on their servers.
Okay.
They can't just plead ignorance and claim they're simply providing a neutral platform.
Then you've got the issue of law enforcement.
Right.
This is a global problem.
Yeah.
These casinos could be operating from anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
How do you even begin to coordinate investigations and crack down on these operations when they're spread across different countries?
International cooperation is essential in these cases.
Okay.
But it's fraught with challenges.
Yeah.
Different countries have different laws, different priorities, and different levels of resources to dedicate to this kind of problem.
Yeah.
It's a constant uphill battle for law enforcement to stay ahead of these online criminals.
It feels like we're always playing catch-up.
Yeah, you're right.
These operators are tech-savvy.
Absolutely.
And they're constantly finding ways to exploit loopholes and stay one step ahead of the authorities.
Yeah.
It's a daunting challenge.
That's why raising awareness about this issue is so crucial.
Yeah.
Parents, educators, anyone who interacts with young people needs to be informed about the dangers of online gambling.
Right.
And the specific ways it's happening within platforms like Roblox.
Yeah.
We need to equip people with the knowledge to spot the warning signs and take action.
Education has to be a big part of the solution here.
Absolutely.
We need to teach young people about responsible online behavior, about the risks of gambling, about how to make informed decisions in the digital world.
It's a bit like teaching kids about stranger danger in the real world.
Yeah.
We need to adapt those lessons to the digital realm.
Right.
Kids need to understand that the risks might be different online.
Yeah.
But the need for caution and critical thinking is just as important.
It can't just be about warnings and scare tactics, though.
Right.
We need to empower kids to be critical thinkers.
Yeah.
To question what they see online, to understand that not everything is as it seems.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to foster digital literacy.
Right.
It's becoming an essential life skill in the 21st century.
Yeah.
It's about teaching kids how to navigate the online world safely, responsibly, and ethically.
We've talked about the responsibility of Roblox, web hosting providers, law enforcement, parents, educators. But what about the kids themselves? Do they bear any responsibility in this situation?
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
And one that we need to approach with nuance.
Okay.
We can't forget that kids are still developing their judgment and decision-making skills.
Right.
They're especially susceptible to things like peer pressure and the allure of easy money, which makes them prime targets for these kinds of schemes.
So while we can't expect kids to have the same level of understanding and self-control as adults, we still need to teach them about the consequences of their actions. Right?
Of course.
Yeah.
We need to have open and honest conversations with kids about responsible online behavior.
Right.
But we also need to acknowledge that they're still learning and growing.
Okay.
And they need our guidance and support to navigate these complex digital landscapes.
It sounds like we're talking about a shared responsibility here. Everyone has a role to play in protecting kids from online harms.
It's not just about protection, though.
Okay.
It's also about empowerment. We need to give young people the tools and knowledge they need to be informed, responsible, and resilient digital citizens.
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just tell kids to stay away from the bad stuff online.
Right.
We need to equip them with the skills and critical thinking abilities to navigate the digital world safely and ethically.
That's the key.
Yeah.
It's about empowering them to make good choices, to think critically about the information they encounter, and to understand the potential consequences of their actions in the online world.
You know, as we've been talking about this, what strikes me is how this whole situation with Roblox and these casinos really exposes the increasingly blurry lines between gaming and gambling.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
How these operations are essentially exploiting the very mechanics of a platform designed for fun and creativity.
Yeah.
They've taken the concept of in-game currency and virtual items and twisted them into a system that facilitates real money gambling.
It's almost insidious, like a Trojan horse drifting into this world of playful avatars and colorful blocks, only to reveal its true nature.
Right.
It makes you wonder, how do we even begin to regulate something like this without stifling the innovation and creativity that make online gaming so appealing in the first place?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like trying to weed a garden without harming the flowers.
Right.
We need to find that delicate balance between protecting vulnerable users and allowing for freedom of expression and the development of new and exciting gaming experiences.
It feels like a monumental task, especially given the constantly evolving nature of technology and the internet.
There's no easy solution.
Right.
No magic bullet
that
will solve this problem overnight.
Right.
We need a multi-pronged approach
that
involves collaboration between platforms like Roblox, lawmakers, educators, and parents. Each stakeholder has a role to play in creating a safer online environment for children.
It sounds like we need a serious upgrade to our digital parenting toolkit.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We need to equip parents with the knowledge and resources to have meaningful conversations with their kids about online safety, responsible gaming, and the potential risks of gambling.
Yeah.
And it's not just about lecturing them or setting strict rules.
I imagine it's more about fostering open communication and trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So kids feel comfortable coming to their parents if they encounter something risky or confusing online.
Right. Create a safe space for dialogue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about creating a safe space for dialogue and learning.
Okay.
And it's about teaching kids to be critical thinkers.
Right.
To question what they see online.
Yeah.
And to develop a healthy skepticism towards things that seem too good to be true.
So if we connect this back to the bigger picture, what does this whole Roblox gambling situation tell us about the future of online safety?
Right. And the challenges we face in protecting young people in the digital age.
It tells us that the digital world is becoming increasingly complex and nuanced.
Yeah.
The lines between gaming, gambling, and other online activities are blurring.
Oh.
And this poses new challenges for parents, educators, and policymakers.
Yeah.
It also highlights the limitations of current regulatory frameworks and the need for more innovative solutions to address these evolving threats.
It also underscores the need for greater awareness, education, and collaboration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can't afford to be reactive and wait for another scandal to erupt before we take action.
Right.
We need to be proactive in educating ourselves and our children about the potential risks and equipping them with the skills to navigate the digital world safely and responsibly.
And most importantly, we need to empower young people to be informed, responsible, and resilient navigators of the digital world.
That's right. They're the ones who will ultimately shape the future of the internet.
Yeah.
So let's give them the tools they need
to
make it a safe and positive space for everyone.
Well said.
This has been a deep dive in the truest sense of the word.
It has.
We've uncovered some unsettling truths, explored complex dilemmas, and hopefully sparked some important conversations along the way.
Absolutely.
As we leave our listeners with this final thought, consider this.
Okay.
What responsibility do each of us have in creating a safer and more ethical online world for our children?
Right.
What actions can we take, big or small, to make a difference?
Yeah.
It's a question worth pondering.
I think so.
And one that we all need to grapple with as we navigate this ever-evolving digital landscape.
Absolutely.